It's almost every athlete's dream to compete at the pinnacle of their sport. For college wrestling, that stage was the city of St. Louis and the 2017 NCAA championships. 4 Cavaliers participated, including the 10 seed at 125 pounds, true freshman Jack Mueller, and the 6 seed at 141 pounds, senior George Dicamillo. The goals and experiences of the rookie and the veteran varied, but the results would both prove to be historic.
I thought the season was fantastic from a culture standpoint and development standpoint. It was a lot of fun, probably the most fun I've had coaching in a very long time. We were thrilled going into the national tournament. Obviously, we had hoped to add more guys there, more numbers, but what we had was quality. We believed in them all year that they could win the tournament. Jack asked me point blank, do you think I can win a national title? And without hesitation, I said yes.
I started off pretty hot, actually. Right away, I was bonusing people here and there and was undefeated all the way up until the Southern Scuffle. I ended up going to ACCs, really nervous, ended up getting upset in the first round, and the 2 weeks leading up to NCAAs, I was like, well, I don't really expect much from me, so I just have to go out there and do what I love, and that's wrestling. And ended up having one of the best tournaments of my life.
My goals heading in were not to get the monkey off my back of All-Americaning, but winning the tournament. And the byproduct of that was being an All-American. I think it's one of the biggest stages for wrestling in the entire world. So many more people there, and just the stage and the media and the way it's set up, all the lights are on you. It's a feeling that's second to none when you're in that tournament, but you put yourself in the fire in situations in practice like that, so when you get on the mat, it really doesn't feel like that much. It's a great stage, and it's an awesome opportunity to compete.
The 2 Cavaliers took advantage of every opportunity. Mueller advancing to the semifinals and Dicamillo joining his head coach as one of just 3 Virginia wrestlers to appear in the championship bout. Garland made sure his wrestlers cherished not just the competition, but the experience.
I think I fed off George all year whenever he does something like, oh, I need to do like that exactly because I need to follow in his footsteps. And whenever I would see him win and see him crush someone that's really good, like he pinned an All-American in the second round, I was like, wow, I have an All-American next round, someone that's given me trouble in the past, if he can just pin someone like that, I can perform too.
After the second round, when I pinned Cruz from Lehigh, I think that was when I was like, okay, now I can make a run. Another moment when I thought, we both can make a big run is I was warming up before my quarterfinals match in the back, and he was wrestling Dance from Virginia Tech, and it was 2-0 with 10 seconds left, and I just see the clock ticking down, 5, 4, and then the scoreboard shows 2-2, and I was like, oh. But then in overtime when he took him down, Coach Garland came running back, and we both hugged each other. I'm still preparing for my match, so I'm trying to stay focused on myself, but I can't because we got a true freshman All-American.
The front headlock takedown he actually hit him with has been replaying in my mind over and over again like a really cool highlight. To me, that's awesome. I tried to have fun with it. I was running through the hallways like a lunatic, and I didn't care who saw me. So it was a lot of fun for me to see that happen for him, and it was fulfilling, yeah. It's just an amazing experience. So for me, piece by piece, round by round, it just kept building. It was awesome. I kept telling George before the finals is my biggest regret from the NCAA finals experience is that I was so fixed on the win, I was so fixed on the outcome that I forgot to actually take in any of it. I barely remember it, and that's a big regret, and I didn't want him to have any regrets coming out of it.
You kind of see a flashback of the last 17 years of your life wrestling, and seeing all the hard work you put in kind of come to fruition is pretty cool. So I went to the arena early, and I got to see, the stage, and I got to go on the stage and say hi to all my family in the front row, and just look at all the lights and the media, and that's the stuff you take in. You have a blast, you earn that. It was exciting. I had time in my life.
The Gateway City was the end of one career and the springboard for another. Their futures will diverge, but their foundations remain the same: Virginia wrestling.
So looking back, it's not like I'm sad that I lost or that I'm just mad because I didn't get the results I wanted. This was a big step for me in life because I attacked something without fear, and I grew because of it. Those are the kind of lessons you learn, and they translate to other aspects of life. Those are the lessons that Jack is learning and that he is going to learn. Coach Garland recruited me. He didn't promise me a national championship. He didn't promise me I was going to break any records. He promised me that I was going to be a better version of the person than when I came in, and mission accomplished.
The goal isn't to get on the podium, the goal is to be a national champ. The goal for us isn't to be top 10, it isn't to get an NCAA team trophy, it's to have an NCAA team championship here in Charlottesville. And people probably think we're nuts when we say that, but now maybe they don't think we're so crazy.